Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. So here we are again for another virtual at-home training, and today is called Fat Burn Friday. So the set that I put together is 60 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest. Not sure whether or not I'm going to just be able to go through one round with you guys today, but ultimately something like this, it's going to take, I think, about 12 minutes per set. So you can cycle it. So you can do 2 to 3 rounds. And then I put a little, plank combo together there at the end. So we're going to get right to our warm up and get moving, okay? So the first is going to be just our squat to walk out. So with that, what that means is you're going to do 4 squats, walk out for 2, and then we're going to repeat that, okay? So we're going to come down, elbows to knees, back up for 4 repetitions, and then we'll do 2 walkouts. And I want you to make sure you're very aware of your lead arm. Right? So if I'm out on the one side, I will step back on that same side, and then I'll switch it for number 2. So I'll come down, opposite arm steps back, and then I'm back into my squat at 4 repetitions, okay? Inhaling down, exhaling up, just kind of warming that body up a little bit. 3 and 4, and repeat your walk out. Just be mindful of which arm is leading the way. Make sure you switch it. Body's tight as you step back. And you're going to do 1 more of those, you guys. 1 more. So inhale down, exhale up. So hopefully you guys feeling good this morning on this beautiful Friday. Step down, one side. Step back, and then switch. And then opposite arm. Excellent. Good. We're going to go right into our alternating runner's lunge. So with that alternating runner's lunge, you're going to start in high plank position. You're going to swing that leg around, and then I want you to reach up to the sky. Come back down, make that switch, opposite leg up. Reach up and back down. We're going to do that for a total of 6. So this is 3. Just nice thoracic rotation. Nice stretch in those legs. Good. 1 more, either side. Last one. Awesome. All right, we're going to go to our 90-90 lift, you guys. So our 90-90 lift is, flopping those legs left to right, and then we're going to reach as we push those hips up. So you want to start with your feet just outside shoulder width so that when you drop them, the knee doesn't land on top of, let me back up, doesn't land on top of the foot, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to drop, plant that hand, reach those hips up, or push those hips up, and then reach that arm up and over. Big breath in, and then come down. So big breath, exhale. Good. We're just going to do this for 6 also. Big push of the hip, firing up that glute, getting that opening in the front of that hip. Big reach, nice stretch in that lat. Let's do 1 more on this side. You got it, good. All right, and we're gonna come into our bridge with march. So we're gonna lay on our backs, drive those hips up, alternate those knees. So hands are down to your side, hips are up, and just alternate that. Now, you just wanna be very aware that as you do the march, that your hips remain level to the floor. So if I come up, I don't want my hip to drop, right? So if I take that leg off the ground, you want to be aware that that pelvis isn't rocking left and right. Let's do 1 more either side. Good. And then I'm going to finish this out with a real simple bird dog. So you're gonna set yourself up. If you want to challenge this a little bit, you just bring your feet, knees, and hands all close together, like to the center midline of the body. Otherwise, you can stay, directly under shoulder and hip position. All right, so we're gonna go into the reach. You're gonna touch elbow to knee, and then extend. And let's just do 8 aside. That's 3, 4, 5, getting nice and parallel to the floor. 6, 7, one more, and 8. Good. Let's switch that to the other side. Get real long. 2, 3, 4, 5, almost there, last 3, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Okay, so for today's set, as I mentioned, we're going to be timed. So it's 60 seconds of work, 30 seconds of rest. You're definitely going to need kettlebells or dumbbells, some type of load, because you'll be able to, change them out. If you're unable to do the catch to squat, which I, in my mind, as I set this up, I think kettlebell, but if you just have dumbbells at home, just use that. But the catch is going to be very, very different than the kettlebell. So let me just show you both real quickly, and then we're going to rock and roll. Okay. All right. So if you just have dumbbells at home, what you can do is a real simple, so you get into sort of like a squat width, right? Dumbbells will start out and in front, and you can come down almost like a deadlift. You can clean them up, squat them, and then back down, right? So you have to make sure that when you're doing that, right, and the dumbbells are down, neutral back, you drive up, squat. Okay, so ours are going to look a little bit different. So if you have a kettlebell at home, your bell will touch the floor. You'll catch it, squat it, back, and down. Okay, all right, so first one, 60 on, 30 off is your squat, your catch to squat. So grab your weights. I'm going to do one round through with you guys today. And then you can rewind. I'll post the board so you'll have access to that as well, and you can just repeat. Okay? All right, here we go. In 3, 2, where do I want to put this guy? Go. And if you hear the breathing, right? Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. You want that to match, okay? Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. Good, keep going. We're going for a full minute. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, so next set is going to be a basic deadlift to row. So you can use either 2 dumbbells for that or 2 kettlebells for that. All right, so I'll show you both. So when we start this set, we have basically 30 seconds of rest, in between each one. You just shake it out, loosen it up. It actually goes quite fast. We got 10 seconds left. So you're gonna line up with your kettlebell. I will show you dumbbell as well. Feet are on the outside of the bells in 3, 2, good. I'm gonna come all the way up. There's my deadlift, down, row. Deadlift, row. Got it? Alternate. And I want you to notice, if you have kettlebells, my hands end up about mid-shin, right? So if you had dumbbells in hand, let me show you that. If you have dumbbells in hand, watch where they end up. Mid-shin, row, mid-shin, up. Okay? What you'll notice though is if you have kettlebells, they'll touch the floor, you know? The bottom of those bells are gonna hit the ground. And I kind of use that as the marker too. I'm gonna just stick with these so we can finish it out. We've got 10 seconds to go. Good. All right, so we're using a lot of major muscle groups here, guys. So heart rate should get up. We're moving into a V up. So you can do any variation of the V up that you need to work. You can also do just like a modified crunch. I'll show you, once we get started, that modified crunch you can do kind of knees down, knees up. Ultimately, we want, those abdominals to be doing the work here. So if you find that your lumbar is taking over, so let me show you. So you can do sort of a modified crunch, arms up and kind of reaching up towards the knees. You can also bring those feet up if needed. Otherwise, you're working the V. And I'm always going to be breathing through, and you'll probably hear me breathing. Controlling that descent down to the floor. I like to grab the top, just kind of, I'm not holding on necessarily, but it kind of showing that I have control of that position up there. We got 15 seconds to go. Good. We're going to move into our squat to press. Love these. They're going to get that heart rate going. So you're going to notice a lot of kind of overhead pressing motions today. I think I have four of them in here today. So squat to press, 2 dumbbells in hand. You're racked up here. You're going to come elbows to knees. Then you're going to go right back and overhead into a overhead press. In 3, 2, go. So elbows to knees, press, and then back. It's controlled, right? So a lot of times people start the motion down when the bells are coming down. I prefer you get set, then hit your squat, and then press. So control the drop or the negative of the press before you start moving in your squat. Doing good, you guys. Blocking those hips out the top, right? Glutes tight. You got to be really aware of that. They will try not to do their job, right? It's like path of least resistance, but we want those glutes and abdominals firing up in this movement. 3, 2, 1. Good. Next movement is going to be just a real simple up down. So we'll start from the high position, we go low, we come back high, and then we do our rotations on either side, okay? And I'll show you once we get rocking and rolling how you can kind of modify that. So for any of you really having a difficult time in those up downs, and some of you do, you just have shoulder or still developing core strength, you can modify. So I'll show you. So you start high, ready? We're coming down low, up high, do the other side. Excellent, good. Now rotate, come back, and rotate. Now keep going. If you need to modify, you're down to the knees. Press, lower, press, go back high so that you can rotate. So whatever you're able to do, you do it. Doing good, you guys. Keep it up. A lot of core work. Almost there. Good. Excellent. All right, we're going to be moving into our cross reverse crunch. So you're gonna stay down on your mat. No need to get up. Actually, let me grab my water. No need to get up. And I'll show you the different ranges you can do on this. But ultimately, it's here. Whoop, whoop. All right, crisscross that. And depending on your strength or core strength, right? So you can go real far out away from the body, or you just kind of stay here. And it's almost like you're rocking those legs left and right, like TikTok, right? Okay? Well, not like TikTok. You know what I meant, like a clock, okay? And really kind of using that space right here, obliques, right? Pelvis, crest of the hip, rib cage. That's it. Keep going. We are almost there. We've got about 10 seconds remaining. Abs can be on fire. Good. All right. Whew, that's a good one. So now we're going to go into our burpees. We're going to add load to that. We're going to renegade at the bottom. And then you guys have options at the top, which I will show you. All right, so we still have a good 12 seconds. Grab some water if you need it. All right. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Here we go. So watch. Down, I bounce back. I renegade right, renegade left, come up. You can either just curl it and repeat, or this would be the one that I've got presses in, but if you're having trouble with those presses, right, then eliminate the press. But that's it. And also be certain, and I'll see if I can show you one rep, that when you go to pick those bells up, that you are not bending the back, right? So I jump, neutral spine on my row, I jump back. This is where you got to be careful. You want to watch it. You're not rounded out. So neutral spine. All right, I'm going to finish out. Good. All right, guys and gals. Last one is going to be a curl press to extension. So sticking primarily with all arms, which is nice. After that renegade, stay upright, just get your breathing back under control. You're gonna grab whatever bells that you can curl, press, and do an overhead extension with. In 4, 3, 2. Okay, so hammer curl to press together and up, controlled. Got it? So you got 3 motions. Working full range on that overhead. You want to be careful if you can, I'll show you in the next rep. You don't want your elbows too far in front of your body, right? So look how the elbows are kind of pointing up towards the ceiling on that overhead extension, okay? And I get a nice full range of motion on that. Keeping best posture I got. Getting close. Almost there. There we go. Well done. Good. Now, those are your 8 movements. I didn't miss anything, right? No? Okay. Sometimes I can be notorious for that. So there are your 8 movements. Should take about 12 minutes, as I said, which I think we went right about that long. Yeah. Anyhow, so I'm going to encourage you to do 2 rounds, if not 3 rounds of this. And I, when I demonstrate and I'm working with you guys online, a lot of times I'm just using a lighter weight so I can really talk through it. But when I work on my own, I try to go a little bit heavier. So I'm like super challenged in that minute. So if you're not feeling challenged, see if you can increase your load a little bit. Okay, so this next combination is going to be about 30 minutes of work. And what we're going to do is we are going to make these transitions from different plank variations, okay? So we're going to go 20 seconds on. Oops, let me change it. We're going to go 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, and we're just going to change from one movement to another. All right, so we're going to start out in a high plank position. We're going to go, and then we'll go down to low plank position, and then we'll hit the sides, and then we're going to add some motion. Okay. All right, you guys ready with me? So let's start out in a high plank position. Now, this is something that you can just incorporate after the entire set or get your 2 to 3 rounds in and then just make this like a finish, okay? All right, so let's rock and roll. So we're just gonna start out with a nice high plank. That's it, you just hang out there, okay? No big deal, right? All right, here we go. In 3, 2, go. Okay, so in a high plank position, I should have my hands directly underneath of my shoulders, if not just slightly inside of. You guys wanna watch that you're not bending in the elbow or you're not dipping through the shoulders. You're really gonna feel like you're pushing that floor away from you. In 3, 2, 1. Good. You've got 10 quick seconds to shake those arms out, and then we're gonna come down to that low plank position, and then we'll just keep making our transitions, okay? In 3, 2, you're down. So same idea here. Your elbows should be under the shoulders, if not inside of. I'm tightening up my glutes like nobody's business, right? My body is parallel to the floor. You're gonna concentrate on your breath. See if you can't make a fist and do this even with the shoulders versus coming into that, that triangle position. 3, 2, 1. Look, all you gotta do is just talk, and we get right through that sucker. All right, so we're gonna come into a side plank down on the elbow position. So we're gonna do the right side. Ready? Lift. Good, we're gonna hold. You can just hold that position. If you wanna add something to that, you can do just a little bit of a lift. You can get really creative. You can do a leg lift. Whatever it is you feel you wanna do, you can add. We've got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, so let's switch right into the other side. So same idea. Make sure that shoulder is in a good position. You are perpendicular to the floor. Then lift. Arm can be up. And as I mentioned, you can be creative as you want. All right, so if you want to do a hip lift, for some of you, you might find bending that bottom knee is easier to do a hip lift. You can absolutely do that if you're looking for like a modification here. 3, 2, 1. Good. We got 2 more movements. We're going back to a high plank, and we're going to add the climb. So now you're going to do a mountain climb in the high position. In 3, 2, go. Good. So we're going to keep those hips down. Shoulders are directly over top of the hands. Keep your eyes in front of you. A lot of times people get caught up looking underneath of themselves, and they lose that neutral spine. So try to keep eyes just slightly in front of you. And as you can see, I'm just looking down at the timer. This is a good sight line, if you're working these at home. Okay, last and final, gang. Last and final is going to be that low plank, frog, knees coming out to the side. Here we go. Keeping those hips down. Really driving the knee, right? That's the work. Driving that knee as far up as you can get it. And that's it. What? Good. I'll tell you what. Get some load behind these movements. Rock and roll for 2 to 3 rounds. You're going to be burning some fat off today, kids. All right? So listen, as always, I'm wishing you well wishes. And be safe, be strong, and we'll see you here again next week. Praying things start changing here soon. All right, miss you guys.